Hello guys, Alex from McVeigh Games here, and today I am playing a purple steel variant of this kind of control, but it's good against aggro. It's a new deck that's had some success. Just testing out and see if it works. They inkwell a Big Aladdin, summons a Captain Hook, and pass. I have Double Broom, Middle Maleficent, Ursula, Tinkerbell, Beast, Watch, and Prince Eric. I ink a Broom, they ink a Big Aladdin, summons a Gaston. Interesting. I draw a Eric, so probably just gonna, so I inkwell another Broom, and then I summon the Eric and pass. They draw for turn, thinking what they want to inkwell, so they inkwell a Gaston, then they summons a baby Tinkerbell, and then I draw for turn, I draw a Friends from the Other Side, gonna inkwell a Prince Eric, gonna play Middle Maleficent to draw one and pass, because I don't want to quest the Prince Eric because he doesn't trade very favorably into anything, and he can Gaston into it for free, so one lore isn't worth a card. He inkwells a Maui, the Rush Maui, and then yes, gonna summon another Gaston and pass. We draw a Beast for turn, we're gonna sing Friends from the Other Side, we're gonna play probably the Mirror just to get it down. Oh, so we decide to play the Rabbit, then we pass. Inkwells a Maui, and then thinking what they want to do for their turn, a Whole New World, which is kind of crazy because I had, I believe, 7 or 8 cards in my hand, so I either negged one or neutral, but they're milling my deck out, which is unfortunate. They attack Gaston into Middle Maleficent, and probably just gonna pass because none of their guys can quest very favorably. Maybe the baby Tinkerbell can, but it will take a lot of damage from the Eric. So they're just thinking long here. Looks like they're going to quest the baby Tinkerbell, and pass turn I draw an Ursula. I play Ursula's Cauldron, I ink the Smash, and I play Friends from the Other Side to draw a Smash and a Magic Mirror. I look at the top two big Elsas, so I put one there, and I pass turn. They have 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 cards to our 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. So they're +1 technically. Now we're neutral after the inkwell, but they inked a baby Tinkerbell. So they have 6 ink that they can play with, figuring out what they want to do. Put down a Plasma Blaster, very interesting card choice. This deals 1 damage for exerting it for 2. So it's an interesting card choice. I decide to Prince Eric into Tinkerbell, because then from here I can use swords to wipe the whole board. So a little +1 there, not too terrible. Put the Queen on top because we want some draw power to see more cards. And then we pass turn after we ink a Smash. They have 2, 4, 6, they have 7 cards plus a Plasma Blaster to our 8, so we're +1 right now. Play Sword, very interesting tech. It banishes itself to destroy a villain. So we decide we want to summon a Middle Maleficent to draw a card. Gonna look at the top 2, put Big Elsa on top, inkwell a Hook, play a Mirror, and pass. And they draw for a turn. They have 6 cards in hand currently. Got a couple of items on the field. They fire the cannons, the Middle Maleficent, so we're fine with that. Nice +1. They used a card to get rid of our card that gave us a card, so works out for us. They have 6 ink to play with still, so quite a lot. They can do many things, and they just pass. Very interesting. So we're probably going to summon a Ursula here, because Ursula is going to net us a +1, and it's going to be a Middle Maleficent. And then if they do decide to use the sword to get rid of our Ursula, then they used a card to get rid of a card that gave us a card. Very common trend in the red-purple control deck. All your cards are just netting you cards. And same thing, Dragonfire got rid of it, so we're fine with that. Inkwell at Tinkerbell, we draw for turn, we draw Marshmallow, very interesting. It's a tech I'm testing out. Don't know if it's actually good, but in theory it's cool with Pocket Watch. Another Ursula, draw another card, inkwell a Broom, and then pass turn. We're in the end game, so I don't think we need the Broom right now, because I don't think we'll need reshuffling. We might get decked out with a Whole New World, but that's about it. Dragonfire, deals with the Ursula. Draw a baby Tinkerbell, puts Pocket Watch on top because we want some inkable cards. We'll play the Queen, and we'll draw a card. We'll inkwall the Pocket Watch, and we're gonna pass. So we have a lot of card advantage on them right now, like a lot. We just need to start gaining some ink. So, not ink, some lore so we can start winning the game actually. They inkwell a cat. They have 10 now, which is a lot. So they can do plenty of plays during their turn. The sword can still deal with my queen, which I'm fine with. It would be a 1-for-1, so it wouldn't be too terrible. But they're really taking quite a while. Because I have this video, I have the video sped up 1.4 so that it's not a completely long match. Because sometimes red-purple matches can take a really, really long time. So, and as you can see here, even sped up, he takes a while. Activates a whole new world, we draw a whole new, so we're at 20 cards left in deck, which is really rough. But we did draw a Beast, so Beast can hopefully deal with the sword, which is very solid. We have a couple of low drops. They Dragonfire her instead of using that sword. Very interesting. So we look at the top two. Queen, probably going to put Queen on top because she's a little bit threatening. Summons a Beast. Finally give her that sword that I keep thinking they're going to use, but they never do. Summons a Hook. And summons a Sorcerer Mickey and pass. They have 2, 4, 6. They have 7 cards in hand to our 5 in hand. So we have 11 cards to their 8. So we're still very, very plus right now. But that can all change depending on cards that they play. They are within Maleficent range, and they are playing red, I believe. Yes, they are. Yep. So that is a possibility. They can summon Maleficent, and Maleficent's a little hard for the steel deck to deal with. Another Dragonfire. That's crazy. Captain Hook into the Inkwell. Play Baby Tink, and play another Plasma Blaster. Very interesting. That card hasn't been putting in a lot of work, but it's an interesting concept with all the damage control. Draw a Queen for turn. Looks like we're going to use Cauldron. Look at the top. Probably put Queen on top. Summons Queen. Summons Captain Hook. Draw 2. Draw Queen and Baby. And then we're going to quest for 2 and pass. So we're getting a little bit there, but depending on their board wipes, they might be able to actually deal with what we've been putting down. Tinkerbell's very good, and with these Plasma Blasters, they're able to deal a lot of damage to a character every turn. So it's like a Magic Mirror card where people didn't think it was good originally, and it could be okay, but it seems very lackluster. But in a controlled style deck like this, it might be okay, because like every turn essentially just has a Fire the Cannons, which isn't awful, but he just has to pay 4 for it. But it is a way to generate some card advantage, so it's definitely a thing I might look into in the future. I'm not saying if it's good or not, but it's like cool to broaden your horizons. Grab your sword, very solid. Then he's able to summon a Tinkerbell, and then he's able to attack into the Mickey, and then the Mickey dies, so the Tinkerbell isn't able to deal with the Queen, and he's just wiped my whole board, which is insane. Draw a Pocket Watch for turn. We're gonna smash, get rid of that. We're gonna 2 Tinkerbell, so put Tinkerbell on top, play Queen, and play Hook and pass, because we're really just trying to get that quest race up. They draw for turn, so they got 3 cards in hand and 2 Plasma Blasters. So they can just deal with the Hook, unfortunately. And that's one thing that's really annoying, is that they can just deal with it. Yeah, and summons the Tinkerbell, and then they can just Plasma Blaster. Interesting. Plasma Blaster's been putting in okay work against the little guys. Draw a Tinkerbell for turn, put a Queen on top, quest the Queen, play a Tinkerbell, and then I can play a baby Tinkerbell and then pass. They draw for turn, so they got 3 cards, a big Tinkerbell on the field with 2 Plasma Blasters. So their game plan right now is probably just control the field with Plasma Blasters and damage. It's kind of cool because Ruby has a lot of control with Dragonfires, Maleficents, and Be Prepared. And the Steel has a lot of damage control, because now here they're able to just deal with the big Tinkerbell, and then they're able to Plasma Blaster if they want, put 1 damage, and the next turn they can just Plasma Blaster, finish it off. So it's putting in a lot of work, and the unfortunate thing with the steel purple deck, what I've realized through testing a little bit, I'm not the greatest with the deck, but I am figuring out and trying to learn different strategies that might do well against the big red purple meta. But once Maleficent gets out on the field, it controls the game. Another whole new world. Absolutely insane. I think we're running low on cards right now. Yeah, we have 5. That's crazy. And they have 17, so they feel like they decked us out. But going back to the Maleficent thought, Maleficent is just so big, and it's hard for the damage from steel to keep up with it. So once you start summoning Dragon Maleficent, it's very hard for a steel purple deck to come back. Now they quest, they inkwell a Maui, draw a smash for turn. Don't really need that. Gonna summons a Elsa, and then we're gonna freeze it for the next couple of turns, inkwell a smash, and then probably summons a middle Maleficent? No, summons Rafiki, and then pass. Trying to get as much lore as possible. Because if we're able to, we'd be put at 9, and then that'd put them a little bit of a race. But if they have a Maleficent, then they just deal with our Elsa. And they have 2 characters that we just really can't deal with, which is unfortunate. And then they're able to Plasma Blaster, and then next turn they can just deal with it. That's crazy. Plasma Blaster's putting in a lot of work against the little guys here. And then Maleficent is able to pick up the slack with the big guys. So we're going to summon another Elsa. Try to not permanently, 2-turn freeze. And then quest the Rafiki. Look at the top 2. Got a friends from the other side and grab your sword. Grab your sword is better than friends because I have 4 cards left in deck, so that's not very good. Grab your sword. Wipes out. Wow, 2 grab your swords. And then we can just Plasma Blaster. That's crazy. They just wiped the whole board for 2 cards. So nice +1 for them. Play a hook in the inkwell and pass on. Draw, grab your swords. We can grab the swords to the board. Summons a Tinkerbell. Do 3 damage, and then we can ink, and then we can pocket watch. Target the Tinkerbell. And I think that's the last 2 cards in my deck, unfortunately. And then wipe their whole board, put them on 1 card, but the whole new world ended up decking me out because I have a Rafiki and a friend left. So realistically, once I draw this Rafiki, I'm not going to be able to do anything, and I won't be able to make it to 20 in time. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's definitely an interesting concept, this control style that, like, it might be a deck out. I don't think it's a deck out strategy, but the Plasma Blasters definitely surprised me in how potent they were able to do things. Because right here, they're just able to deal with the Rafiki for free. So, smash. So I dealt with my 2 cards for 1 card. Nice +1. And then draw friends for turn. I have 0 cards left in the deck, so that's the game. Interesting deck. Very cool to play against. You guys have a great day. Peace.